My guest for today is Tayo. Tayo and I spoke on the youthful age. So don't go anywhere because Inspiration with Alisebh Scott starts right after this break. Alisebh Scott Entertainment presents The Street with Alisebh Scott. Fun moments with Alisebh Scott. Inspirations with Alisebh Scott. Conversation with Alisebh Scott. All these and more on Alisebh Scott Entertainment channel. Hi Tayo.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for coming to Inspiration with Alisebh Scott. It's a pleasure having you.
I'm honored to be here.
Thank you
so much.
Okay, Tayo. You're one of the contestants for Miss Nigerian Island 2009.
Yes.
So how was the experience like for you?
That was a long time ago, but that experience was honestly absolutely amazing.
Okay.
Thinking about it is so real because I was only 17, now I'm 24, so like I'm literally like counting my fingers for like, was it that long ago? But that experience actually really boosted my confidence because I I wasn't really confident in myself because growing up I stammer. Okay. So when it came to talking in front of people, I had a problem. I would never open my mouth. I just stay with myself. But entering a competition like that, I had to speak. Okay. I had to come out of my shell. You know, I didn't have a choice. And because I'm in it,
you have to talk.
I have to talk. So honestly, I gained a lot of self-development, personal growth. I came out of my own bubble and I was able to just like allow my voice to be heard. Wow,
that's amazing. Is this something you say you appreciate or you are happy you went for this thing when you were 17?
I was more than happy. In the beginning, my parents were very skeptical about it because they didn't understand the meaning of pageant. They thought it was just
about beauty.
But they didn't understand that you actually learn from it. There's a lot of process in trying to find Miss Beautiful. It's not just the face. You have to have the personality and you have to be relatable to everybody. So when they understood what their daughter was going into, they gave me that push and they really encouraged me to.
Wow, okay. So I've heard a lot of people say that I wish I could go back in times for me to be a youth again. How wish I could do a lot of activities. And just like you, this is when we were 17, went into this beauty pageant. And it's something you look back on like, yeah, I did it.
Absolutely.
So I just want to ask, why do you think most people regret why they didn't make good use of their youthful age?
I think people are just lazy. They don't want to take on opportunities or they don't see. They growing up, I know that a lot of things were never handed to me. I either had to work for them. Even when I was very young, my mom always say you either work for it or you're not getting paid for it. But there are people who like depend on their parents, and then we live in Ireland where they have when you're 18 you're an adult, when you're 21 you're an adult, but people don't understand that before you become an adult you can set goals for yourself and be like, oh, I want to travel, I want to be like a writer someday. You don't get the opportunity to think like that when you're young, and I feel like in the generation we are in right now is the time where young people actually have voices. Like take the opportunity that is being thrown at you, like don't waste it.
So what do you think you should do now that you're still young and energetic?
I feel like do research. Like everything is on Google. If you want to do something, literally type it on Google. How can I become a wig maker? If that's your passion, type it on Google, look on YouTube. Like there's no limit to what you can do in life, and that's what some people don't realize. It just takes that little step. Once you try it, and you will actually see that, wow, I can actually do this.
That's good. Coming up,
like memory is such a beautiful thing, and when you have that and you think about your life in 10 years time or 10 years before, you're like, wow, like I'm so grateful.
Plus,
The earlier you start educating yourself, the better for you.
Yeah.
So like never wait till, oh, when I'm graduate after college I'll start traveling, because when you graduate from college, in reality that's when you're going to start working.
and later,
So when you're 15, 16, up to 21, 25, do as much as you want. Write down your goals. Like say, okay, this month I want to do it, and find a way to do it. Because if you don't write it down, you will never do it.
Teach me how to worship you. Love traveling.
Yes,
Are you traveling because you don't want to regret, or you're traveling because you just love adventure?
Since when I was young, I've always looked at myself as the person who like culture.
Okay.
I love learning about other people's culture. And when I was younger, I used to watch all these Indian movies.
Okay.
And like I'll see people from like with the Jamaican accent. I'll be like, I would love to actually go to that country and actually see how they're different from me that came from Africa. So I've always been interested in that. So growing up, obviously my mom was like, those places are too expensive. When you have your own money, you can start like traveling. So I remember I got my first job. I was 17 again. I would work through like in secondary school. I would work and save every single penny, and then in the summer I was like, oh my god, yes, like,
oh wow,
I have something.
Wow.
I'll call my best friends. I'm like, let's go, even if it's somewhere close.
Yeah,
you know, like in Europe, I will still go, but I think that's where my traveling obsession came from. So like I really enjoy culture. Like when I do travel, I'm not that type of girl that will sit on the beach and just lie down and chill. No,
you would literally go to.
I have to see that country. I have to get on their bus and see what their transport is like, what their nightlife is like, their daylight is like. I'll go to the museums and just to appreciate what is in that place, because I feel like memory is such a beautiful thing, and when you have that and you think about your life in 10 years time or 10 years before, you're like, wow, like I'm so grateful.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people regret why they couldn't do all these things now. So I don't know, what are the reasons why people don't really travel? Like before you said that, we were talking about money.
Yes.
So what do you think is one of the reasons why people don't travel?
A lot of them might be like, obviously if you don't have the right papers, everybody have different circumstances, right? But I believe if you do have the right documentation, there's no excuse. If it's the money as well, it's like, I believe in saving. I believe in, you have to sacrifice one thing to get another thing. You can't have everything. So there are some people who will like spend their money like just every time they get their wage, but then they talk about, I want to travel. How can you manage yourself when you spend money on this and then you want to travel? You either save money, get the experience, and then, you know, like, because that's what I do. I like cut down on maybe going for dinners, or like not buying the latest weave, or like, you know, like not having all the expensive clothes. Yeah. Because I know in the summer, I know what the 2 weeks going away that I'm going to have is going to be worth it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So that's what I personally do.
That's really, really amazing. Do you think people don't really don't save up a lot? Like you don't really invest in a lot of things. They just spend their money carelessly. That's why when it's time to travel, they're always complaining, oh, I don't have money.
Personally, that's what I feel like. I feel like youth always limit themselves as well. They look like I need to be maybe around 22 before I can travel. Okay. It's not the case. Like, I mean, like if you're 18, or like you're old enough anyway to be to be able to travel alone, or why not? Because like the earlier you start educating yourself, the better for you. So like never wait till, oh, when I'm graduate after college, I'll start traveling, because when you graduate from college, in reality, that's when you're going to start working, and you might not have that time. So make the most of your time when you're a youth. Like, use it wisely, learn, research, see like what you can do here and there, and just go for it.
Yeah.
Literally, just go.
Just go. You just travel.
Just YOLO.
Because and again, it's when I was researching, for this interview, I really checked a lot, and most people, they said one of the things they wish they did when they were younger, when they had not been married, when they were not married, was to travel. Like, out of 10, maybe 8 people said travel. Like, a lot of people did not really travel, and I'm like, what happened?
Yeah, I can understand where they're coming from, like I said before, because when you go to school and then you graduate, like, automatically you're expected to start working, and then after that you start your own family. It's like, in between all of that, when you start having your own family and husband and kids, where do you fit that in? So that's why it's very, very important to do some of it, so that when you do get to that stage, you won't feel so bad within yourself, and you'll be like, oh, I'm okay. I've already done some of that, but later on I'll do more. You know, so.
Because I know I was talking to someone, and she said, she's like 18 or 80s, and she told me, Alisebh Scott, make good use of your youthful age now.
Wow.
Because I'm 80, I think 86. And she said she never left Ireland.
Wow, that's
deep.
Wow.
I mean, she had just been to, like, when part of the countryside. She didn't really travel a lot in Ireland.
Wow.
Like, maybe going to different counties. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah, like.
And she said it out of regret, and she looked at me, you're very young, use your youthful age very well. So I'm asking now, what are the dons of people like in their youthful age? What should they not do in their youthful age?
Don't waste time. Like, just don't waste your time, because time is very valuable. It's something you can never get back. It's not like money you can get and lose, but time you can never get it back. So, like, we're all growing older. Like, nobody is going to be like, oh, I wish I can go back to 18. It's like, you can say it with your mouth, but in reality it can't happen. So when you're 15, 16, up to 21, 25, do as much as you want. Write down your goals. Like, say, okay, this month I want to do it, and find a way to do it. Because if you don't write it down, you will never do it. And that's one thing I've learned, and that's one thing that really actually helped me. I always have to write something down, even if it's in the week. If I say, okay, I'm gonna, go to the cinema or something, like, I just have to write that goal down and just be like, I'm gonna do it. Because if you don't, you will never do it. So don't waste time, guys. Time is precious.
Don't waste time. Let's talk about your event. I've been to a couple of events, and it has been amazing. I met a lot of people that were really inspiring, and this event is open for people 18 and above. And there you guys talk about how you can be your own boss. So tell us about your event and how we can be involved in this event.
Sure. So what we basically do is we gather people together from different backgrounds, and we help them transform their thoughts into action, and basically break away from any negative thinking like you may have, and also like help them to like know how they can be financial independent. So, but if you guys want to know more, I don't want to give everything away, but if you want to know more, please feel free to
I'm going to put her email address so you can get to her. I just want to say, is this event free?
Absolutely, it's free. Wherever you are in Ireland, feel free to come, from 18 and above. And if you are younger, please get parental
consent.
Definitely.
This is really amazing. And this event you just have to go to, because you learn a lot of things. You meet different people. It's a networking event, and you don't just meet her. You meet lots of people that have open mind, and you learn lots of things.
Absolutely.
And they're really, really friendly,
Absolutely.
I will say.
Oh, thank you.
Alright, thank you, Tayo, for coming.
I'm so humble. Thank you for having me.
It's been a privilege. It's been a privilege.
Thank you.
Because you've spoken about the youthful age. We need to go out there,
yes.
do things for ourselves. We should not keep things to the last minute, like she said. Don't waste time. We need to make good use of this age now. We don't want to keep on hearing how I wish I could have done this, how I wish. We need to break that thought, break that mindset. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I'm so humble. Thank you guys, and please subscribe, like and share, so that all the youths can, you know, see these and know that, you know, they have things they can do with their time now.
Yeah, things they can do with their time. So thank you very much.
And
thank you guys for watching. Please go out, do something with your time, research, read, travel, because I know this is one of the things people say they regret a lot, not traveling. Please don't be among those people that will say, I wish I had the time and I've done this. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time on Inspiration with Alisebh Scott. Bye.
Bye.
Hi everyone, if you enjoyed that video you just watched, all you have to do is to click the subscribe button below so you don't miss out on any of my videos. The Street with Alisebh Scott, Formal Match with Alisebh Scott, Inspiration with Alisebh Scott, and so much more to come. So click the subscribe button.